What's going on, guys? What is happening? Let's get into some more deep dives of this journey of life that we're calling. You have to decide at some point of what you want. You can't just blindly chase dreams. You have to have the dream in the first place to know where you're going and where you're heading, right? So, that being said, what's your dream? Where are you going? Who are we bringing and what are we doing? It's the best things to do. And on that, like, are we going on this journey alone, or are we bringing someone with us? Are we bringing our children with us, or are we planning this journey after our children are grown? Like, these are very key metrics that we need to know in order to progress our lives. Like, we have to have an A, a B, and a C plan. So that, what are we going to do while we have kids? What are we going to do after we have kids? We should have all this kind of thought out a little bit. Maybe not 100% planned down to the T, but it's going to make a big difference in our lives, right? I don't know. I was thinking the same thing when it comes to the diet. So, like, I didn't decide to go on carnivore because that was my plan. My plan was to lose weight as fastly and as aggressively as possible without being a fucking gym bro and without fucking, because I'm lazy. I don't give a fuck. I don't even want to get out of fucking bed half the time. Don't. Honest to fucking God. And it's not because I'm depressed. It's not nothing like that. I don't want to do it, man. I'd rather just lay around and play video games with the kids. I'd rather just chill, you know what I mean? But when it comes time to go to work, when it comes time to do all that other stuff, boom, let's go, man. Like, I'm ready on a heartbeat to do anything. But I don't want to go to the fucking gym. Especially when I was 350 pounds. So anybody that's over 300 pounds that hits the gym, unless you're a 300-pound gym bro, I think you're going to cause more damage to your body than what you're going to gain for weight loss. That's my personal opinion. I think you first have to get your diet in order to get everything balanced to make it all work. Even if you go the easy route and you say, I'm going to go with Ozempic or one of those other GPL-1 drugs that help you lose weight, cool. But while you're doing those metrics, before you can go on it, your doctor's going to say, you're going to have to lose 10 or 20 pounds on your own before we even, just to show that you're dedicated to this. So they want to see you make an effort. 2, you're going to have to change your diet to make it work even better. 3, it's going to kill your appetite and everything and make you not want to eat, so you're going to lose weight anyways. So you're golden there. It's just a cheat mode, right? But if you did the same with just changing what you eat and how you eat it, then it's good to go, right? Like, I eat only meat, so it's very easy for me to count my calories. I know how much hamburger is going to give me for calories. I know how much steak is going to give me for calories. I know what different cuts of steaks are going to give me different calories. Different hamburger patties are going to give me. If I buy pre-made frozen burger patties, a sirloin tip is going to give me different than just a regular all beef burger patty. Like half the calories. We discovered that this summer because we bought a bunch of sirloin burgers. We're like, right on. And then we're wondering why our calories were off the charts. Because I'm not the only one I hang around with that eats clean. I have friends that eat keto. I have friends that eat keto carb, keto carnivore. I have friends that are carnivore. I have friends that are sad diet. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Even if you're still eating a traditional American diet, you should still be tracking and keeping track of what you're bringing into your body. Because the simplest things are sneaking in on you that you don't realize. Like, you have hidden sugars in every single sauce that you put on. Every little seasoning you're throwing has hidden sugars and salts and stuff like that. Not knocking salts, but as a carnivore, when I go to use seasonings, there's a few things. There's a couple pure organ-based seasonings, which are cool. But most of them are made of vegetables, have sugars added to them, have non-natural salts added to them, have peppers added to them. Things that can actually trigger your inflammation and your onset autoimmune systems, everything like that. Like, so if your carnivore diet just for weight loss, you can play around a little bit more. You have a little bit more lenience into what you can and can't do, sauces and flavors and cool. You're just doing it for weight loss. As long as you're cutting out all the sugars and crap from the traditional fucking foods, you're going to do golden, no matter how you're doing the carnivore diet. As long as you're not adding fucking sugars onto it, you're good. But if you're doing it for health reasons and medical reasons, you have to be very strict and you have to be very preserved of that stuff, right? But it's all what you're doing. Now, like I said, I track. I've always tracked. The last week I stopped tracking, my weight went up. Now, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel like shit. It is what it is. I treat it kind of like a plateau. When you hit a plateau, you're going to sit there for about a week or so, and then all of a sudden you're going to go, pew, and you're going to drop. And I haven't gained enough weight to make it say, oh fuck, something's going on wrong. Other than I'm in a plateau. Because if I look at my charts, I have an app on my phone that I track my calories on. It's called Lose It. And I paid for it. I think I paid for a lifetime membership on it way back when I was trying different diets, years ago. So I still have it and I still run it. Like, there are other versions of the same type of app that are free. There are other versions that are paid. I don't know which one's the best. I'm not promoting any of them. I promote what I use. So like I said, I'm not promoting. I'm just telling you. The other app that I use is my Renpo scale. My Renpo scale, I picked it up on sale for under $40. It's still on sale under $40. It's up in my link up in the top. You can grab it if you want. You don't grab it if you want. It doesn't matter. Like, I make like nothing off of the sales of them. It's nothing. It's not something I push because of that. I push it because I use it. If I used an Apple one, I would tell you I use the Apple one. I'm just telling you what I use. So like, all these influencers that are here and they're trying to, like, I'm not knocking anybody. Make your money, do what you got to do, get your sponsorships, whatever. I'm not about sponsorships. I never, ever, ever have been. If I'm telling you to use something, it's because I use it. I use this sea salt, it's because I use it. I use this because I use it. I bought fucking cast iron frying pans off Amazon. Fucking use them. They're good. They're awesome. Whatever. I just tell you exactly what I'm using and why I'm using it. I'm cheap. I'm poor. Don't give a fuck. Not poor, but, definitely don't have fucking things I want. So, as we were going, if you're tracking your meals and you're tracking your calories, meal prep tends to be the easiest way. So when I started dieting, I went into keto. So meal prep was rice bowls and things like that. So easy. So I'd already bought a whole bunch of that stuff. So then what I ended up doing when I slowly made my way into carnivore is I would make ground beef and I would make sausages and I would cook pork chops and I would cook chicken breasts and I would cook all kinds of stuff and I would put them in my meal preps and I would put them away, and then a couple days later when I would need something to eat, I can grab it, throw it in the microwave for a couple minutes, and boom, it's already cooked. It's already portioned out to the size that I need. So even if I ate 3 meal preps in a day, my 3 meal preps are, I think my meal preps work out to be about 500 calories each. So if I eat 3 meal preps, that's 1,500 calories. So even if I snuck an extra one in, I'm still only at 2,000 calories, which is my base. My base is 2,000. So your scale will tell you what your base is. It'll tell your weight, tell you all your metrics, all that stuff like that. And then you can be like, okay, well, today's going to be my cheat day, but it's not really a cheat day. You're just going to balance yourself at that 2,000. You're not going to eat over it and you're not going to eat under it. That's what I would consider a cheat day. No, technically it's not really a cheat day, but you're not on that strict regimen of being like, I have to lose weight, I have to lose weight, I have to lose weight. So you're always eating in a deficit. You can have one day a week where you're like, cool, I can eat extra and make sure you hit that 2,000 mark or whatever your base metabolic rate is. Okay. So use those to kind of functionality where you should be and where you want to be. If you want to stay 100% on it and just give her and be very aggressive, track it. Track it right down. Make sure you're always 500 calories under. Make sure you're not getting fatigued. Make sure you're getting rest. If you start feeling fatigued and start losing appetite altogether and not feeling hungry signals and stuff like that, then you're not eating enough fats and you have to increase your fats. Now with that too, make sure you're drinking enough water and you're getting enough salt, because when you're not holding bread and carbs in your body, your body is more likely to become dehydrated because your body uses that water, it burns it off, uses that water, it burns it off. It doesn't have a storage container for it. The same as it did when you had breads. When you have breads and carbs, the water sticks to that breads and carbs. Same with fiber. You need fiber, you're going to get backed up. You're no. Who cares? I'm not dying. I'm not septic. I don't have fucking gross stuff in me because there's no dead fucking gross food that my body doesn't burn off. You eat bread, your body only uses a micro part of it and leaves the rest for waste. Trust me, I see my kids, what they fucking leave in the toilet, man. Trust me. 90% of what they're eating is going into waste. Whereas 10% of what I eat goes to waste. So there's a huge difference. It's not that carnivore and you're not pushing out all the waste. You don't have waste. There's no extra, you know what I mean? If you put gas in your car and you drove around for a day and then it took a shit on the fucking road and it left a big dump, you'd be like, well, that fuel was kind of garbage because that stuff didn't burn. That's the exact same way as your stomach. You're putting fuel into your stomach, it's going into your stomach, and then your body burns it off. So if it excretes extra stuff off the backside, it's stuff it didn't burn off. Your urine is coming out because your body is burning everything off and turning it into what it needs for fuel and stuff, and then it excretes all the toxins through your kidneys and it filters it all out, right? So when you're losing body fat, where do you think all your body fat's going? It's not falling off and landing on the ground. You're not shitting it out. It's coming out through your urine because it's getting filtered and toxined and detoxified out. Don't know. It's just one of those things that people, it's one of the main comments that everyone always says, you know, you need fiber. You don't need fucking fiber. Fuck that shit. Everybody has an opinion when you start eating healthy. Doesn't matter how healthy you're eating, everybody has an opinion on it. So, what do you do? Like, seriously, what do you do? If you eat like shit, nobody says nothing to you. Nobody ever says, well, you should be eating a salad with that. Hardly ever hear that. You could eat junk food all day long and nobody ever fucking tells you that shit. But the second you start eating keto, or you eat carnivore, or you're even eating a vegetarian diet, people are going to be like, you should get some meat and you should eat some salads. Everybody has an opinion on it. But these are the same people that are sitting at home drinking, 2 cases of beer a night. And the amount of sugar that alone is putting in their body is unhealthy. It's just one of those things that we don't look on the outside until something triggers it, right? Like, our own personal experiences are different than everybody else's. And I get it. And I'm not knocking anybody. If your lifestyle puts you in the lifestyle you're in, give her. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, and I don't want to be a fat fucking lazy fuck anymore. I just want to be a skinny lazy fuck. Just kidding. If you don't know, guys, I'm Jay. I'm the Canadian Carnivore Dad. I keep it light, I keep it fun, and I keep it joking around. If you want to like and follow, share along, let's go. I'm always here for a chit chat. We're always going to drop some content. We're going to bounce in between carnivore and dad life. I've been feeling a little bit more love towards the single dad life and all that stuff like that. And I love it, guys. I'm here for the support. I'm here for everything. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not looking for handouts. I'm not looking for sales on products. I'm not looking for anything. Like I said, I've got some products linked up top. They're just what I actually use in my diet every day. So I share them, right? If I have something in my life that I do, TikTok, I do lives where we're talking about 3D printing and stuff like that. Like, I don't push that company. I don't have nothing to do with that company. I don't make anything off that company. But if people ask me what printer it is and why I chose it or whatever, I'll give them my honest opinion. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people when it comes to, like, everyone's always trying to sell you something. Always. And I'm not like, make your monies, but, like, I'm not fucking buying that shit. I've never been a person that says, oh, look, I seen an ad on fucking Facebook, I'm going to buy that. I know a lot of people do. I don't personally, it turns me off from wanting to ever do anything. If I walk into a store and I walk into a Best Buy or a Future Shop or whatever, and they push and try to sell me something, I'm leaving. I'm not buying shit. And I worked as a salesperson in a computer store. And bosses would always be like, you have to upsell. You have to, if someone buys a TV, sell them a cord. If they buy this, sell them that. If they, cool. No, no. I believe in the sales techniques that I like to use are simple. If there's small little problems and you can solve them without any effort, for me, as a tech, no problem. I'll help you. I'll fix your phone. I'll send you along your way and I won't charge you nothing. And then you'll come back. And the next time you come back, I'll help you and I won't charge you nothing. Because most of the time it's little, simple, easy things, right? But when you come in and you say, okay, I need my computer fixed, and I need this fixed, and I need this fixed, cool. Here's the bill. This is what it's going to cost. Da, 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 da. I didn't do it to trap you. I didn't do it to get a sale. I did it simply because the next time you come back, and if it's a little simple thing again, I'm going to do it for free again. I'm not going to, like, little things are easy. Even if it's a big project and it turns out to be really easy, I still won't charge the person for it. It makes me a bad business person because then I'm taking money out of my own pocket and out of my own fridge and whatever, right? But I don't believe in doing that. So when I'm watching people on the internet and they're selling you shit, especially drop shipping stuff, and I went to Alibaba and I found a whole bunch of shit and I'm just selling it off because it's Black Friday. Fuck that shit. Like, that is 90% of that shit's going to get returned and thrown in the garbage. Like, it's garbage products. So why are you pushing garbage products? I like to push products that I know. Even when I worked in an electronics store, I would say, oh, you're in a jam, here's a phone cord, it'll work for a little bit. Or, here's a phone cord that I've used for the last 6 months. I know it works, I know it charges your phone fast, and I know your phone stays charged longer. Which one do you want? I want the personal experience behind it. I want the truth of it. I don't want the bullshit sales pitch. I don't care. Like, I can go right now and go to Amazon and search through and find a scale that's $1,000. Let's say. Put it up. Make one sale. I'll make more than I'll make on 10 of those other scales. Do I care? No. Because I don't use it. So if I don't use it, why am I going to promote it? You know what I mean? Like, it's not about money. It's about helping people fucking stay afloat and helping people get better in life. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like, we need more people in this world that are just genuinely willing to help people, I think, is what it is. I'm hoping my volumes are good because I didn't even test the mic on this one. I just kind of went with it, right? So here's a side note. A little personal dad touches and life experience, I guess. I'm getting a little seasoned into my time. Some of the hardest times in my life that I've been through have not only brought me the best memories, but they have also been the most heartfelt and learning experiences where I've got the most wisdom from. And I know this is true for a lot of people, but it's something that we don't tend to look at because it doesn't really make sense, because most of the time we avoid drama and we avoid heartaches and, hard times and all that stuff like that. But sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes we need that adversity in life to challenge us. I'm always more ready to tackle the world when things are more adverse and stuff. Now, keep that in mind that I fucking keep drama the fuck away from me as far as I can. I don't want it. I don't need it. My phone, my inbox could be fucking flooded. It could be dry. It could be whatever. I don't care. Like, unless I know that you are bringing me peace and zero drama, I'm not even answering that fucking message. I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't care if I've known you all my life. I'm not answering it. I'm sorry. I don't answer a lot of messages anyways. I have ADHD. To me, unless it's right here in front of my face and it's happening right now, a text message doesn't control me. I learned this a long time ago, and I want to teach every single fucking one of you guys this fucking 100%. Your phone does not fucking control you. You control your phone. Now, you can apply that to everything else in life that you want, but if your phone dings and you run across the room from one side to the next to get your phone to see what the fuck it is, your phone controls you. My phone can ding and I could leave it sitting over there all day and not even look at it. I drive in my car, my phone dings 100 fucking times. I swear to God, nobody texts me when I'm home. Nobody messages me until I'm leaving. I don't know what it is. It's just that's what happens. Every time I leave, my phone's like ding, 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 ding. And then I ignore people. And then people are like, why aren't you talking to me? For one, I don't text and drive. For two, I don't jump from my phone ever. And three, like my plans in my head, because of my ADHD, are spontaneous and now, and that's it. There's not, oh, we're going to plan for next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. It doesn't work. Next Wednesday at 3 o'clock, I'll be lying in my bed and I'll be curl up in a ball being, fuck you, I ain't going nowhere. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's the way it fucking works, man. Like, I don't know. Scheduling shit is the worst thing in the world. I can work 9 to 5. I could be there every day. I could do all that shit. I can mask very well and be very social and be like, hi guys, how's it going? I can go to fucking events and I can da 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 da. Do I choose to plan to go to an event in a month from now? No, never. It has to be a, hey, we're going here right now, let's go. And I'm up and out the door. That's cool. I'm always down for that shit. And it's not about being spontaneous. It's about my brain doesn't interact with scheduling shit out properly. Know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that that I'm realizing over time with life. And the other thing is, my ADHD symptoms and all this stuff has come out way worse now that I'm getting older. Probably from the age of 45 on. I've always had it. I've always had these same things, but not as bad. So once I hit 45 or so and up, everything is fucking amplified 100 times. Not to mention going through traumas in life and breakups and stuff like that. Those things triggered way, way harder anxiety than anything else I've ever had. And then those anxieties triggered the rest of my ADHD, which triggered everything else, not wanting to do anything. Right? Sleep is a terrible fucking thing. Even with my diet being right, and I was trying eating after hours, like eating after 7, eat like a nice big healthy fats. It does work sometimes, doesn't work all the time because of my ADHD. Some nights, no lights on, no TV on, no stimulation past a certain time, so no phone screens, no nothing like that. And I'm still sitting there staring at a fucking black fucking ceiling at 4 in the morning. And I went to bed at like 9. With nothing. No fucking phones. You know what I mean? So, tried sleeping pills, tried other stuff. Doesn't fucking work. Melatonins don't work. Took a sleeping pill last night. And it's been a long time since I took a sleeping pill. And I was like, fuck it. Took a sleeping pill at like 9 o'clock. And this is a prescription. This is fucking one of the strongest ones around. And I literally felt groggy and fucking high for like 3 hours. And I couldn't fall asleep. Or I felt like I snoozed off. And it was like 2 minutes. And it literally had zero rest, zero REM, zero anything. Close my eyes, open my eyes, get up, go to the bathroom, come back, close my eyes, open my eyes. Like, I didn't sleep. And then when I finally do get to sleep, it's normally because my body is like, fuck you, and I'm exhausted, and it drops. So, I've done other things where I've tried to exert energy, go work out, go for a walk, go do stuff like that. Still doesn't work. Doesn't. I've worked hard days where I've worked 12 hours a day. When I get home and my body goes to rest, my mind wakes up. That is one of the hardest fucking things to do, is to get your brain to calm. And everyone says, go smoke some weed. Can't. I haven't smoked weed since I was like 16 years old. I used to smoke a lot of weed when I was younger. I can't. It makes me feel nauseous. It makes me feel sick no matter what I do. I've tried edibles. It doesn't work for me. Don't like being high. I don't like the feeling of that. I don't like the feeling of drinking. I don't like the feeling of That's just me, I guess. I don't know. So back to carnivore and diet stuff. What is your favorite meal? I think one of my favorite meals is probably ground beef and eggs. I'm kind of getting a little tired of eggs. We probably went through like 90 eggs in the last 2 weeks. Like, I eat a lot of eggs, a lot of ground beef. I want to get my barbecue going before we get snow. I want to get some sirloins and some T-bones on there. I want to get some barbecue going. I'll probably barbecue a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe even get smoker going and do a whole bunch of smoke stuff and then just freeze them all up after they're cooked. Steak isn't as good rewarmed up. So like you can get away with chicken rewarming up. You can get away with ground beef rewarming up. You can get away with all that other stuff, sausage. Sure, no problem. Rewarm it up. Tastes 90% the same. Steak, it's a little different. If you're doing fast fry steaks, sure, no problem. If you're doing a big steak and you want it medium rare and stuff like that, it's not gonna be the same. You have to eat it fresh off the barbecue, fresh and warm. Just my opinion. But anyways, drop your comments, guys. Let me know where you're from, what you're doing for a diet, carnivore, keto, etc. And I want to know an inspirational story that you have. Drop me a story. Come on, let's go. Let's keep a family vibe going on, guys. I'm here to support you, just like you're here to support me. Thanks for coming along, guys. Like, share, and follow.